wearing on the other side, Rectify Esports, in that beautiful, beautiful purple, and it matches the color of Bodvar's shirt as well. Man, that's a coordinated effort.
He's like, this is why I picked
I
this
respect
org.
the
This
fit.
is why I signed, is for the color. noeL and littleCap, neither of them picking up the spawn weapon. Finally, littleCap picks it up and then goes straight for the wall there. Very interesting start to this one. Very patient, letting noeL make this approach. littleCap playing far and away, not wanting to move too far forward towards noeL.
I'm very curious as to what we're going to see on the edge here in all of these games, but definitely on Shipwreck with those tiny sidewalls. noeL, this tournament, hasn't been the most edgeguard-centric player. Like, we'll see a little bit, and we'll see some risky things when he knows he's in a huge lead, but that's usually all the commitment that we see from him off stage. Just like a neutral signature over the edge, maybe a weapon toss, maybe like a downlight or something like that, but no real huge commitments, and he's going to take a gigantic early lead.
But sometimes he will go for that massive commitment. It's very few and far between, but
it's
when he
has
does,
like
he
a
goes
gigantic
deep,
lead, and
and
he'll
then
go
goes
down
for the neutral sig.
Yeah, GC Insig on the Katars coming out from Asuri.
littleCap over on the right side, full stock behind noeL already. Eating the signatures.
I wonder if we're going to see littleCap maybe play a little bit more grounded now. You're seeing him run left and right more on the stage because the reason he died was because he just got caught out with his jumps. It wasn't like he was in kill percent or anything like that. He was in orange, and noeL just happened to pick up that neutral signature after so much of his in-air movement economy was spent, and littleCap is having to fight back because of that. He's now behind in damage as well. There's the D-Light side air, the true combo coming out from Sword, trying to use that D-Light right over the edge.
Good job from littleCap, not panic jumping into the neutral sig, really trying to edge guard with these weapon tosses. noeL with the movement around it, even spot dodges through the neutral air. And he's going to get the turnaround downlight there. One more hit, and littleCap's done for. The gravity cancel neutral light will do it.
And that's interesting that he went for the gravity cancel neutral light.
Or active frames.
Yeah, over something like a Sair, and I think that's exactly it. You do have to burn your dodge, but you have more active frames. You don't have to be quite as precise. He didn't know if littleCap was going to be a little bit more above him, a little bit down below, and you're going to have bigger hitboxes and more active frames. I think you're exactly right with that.
littleCap, though, trying not to get 3-stocked in top 8. Is he going to go for the edge guard? Goes for the weapon toss. But he's still playing far away from noeL. He's giving a lot of respect to noeL right now. Spot dodge, stop.
There we go.
There. That's what we expect from
What is littleCap doing? Oh, noeL makes it back. Quite possible. Oh, he throws up the thumbs up. He knows. He knows that he done goofed.
All right, he's still playing out. I thought he was doing the whole, like, I got my stock, I'm good, we'll go to game 2. But then he didn't actually get the stock.
There's the side light. Tries to go for the jump down air. Didn't quite end up connecting. littleCap is just struggling on how he wants to choose to initiate against noeL, and that's why, I mean, that was almost a JV3.
That was definitely looking real tough for littleCap. I'm curious what he's going to do. I expect more hammer side lights.
Yeah. I think hammer side light would be good.
Sorry, getting an update from production right now. Okay. But littleCap, he really likes to use sidelight, and when I was watching his sets, he was doing sidelight into Bodvar Claw, the neutral signature on the hammer, and we saw like a glimpse of it in the last game, but I'm not sure if he's going to try to just bring that out more in this matchup against noeL. noeL's really good at adapting to his opponents, though. littleCap can't do that too much. Dash in weapon toss, but noeL maintains control.
You see noeL immediately swap out weapons to keep that weapon spawn off the stage, keep littleCap weapon starved. There is a sword that comes out of the air for him. There's the side light, the backside of it picks up. Nice down air, and then a wonderful side signature. He's going to make sure.
Where are you going?
Oh, littleCap, you got to be careful right now.
A little bit of a misstep, but littleCap has a stage control. noeL falling away. littleCap going to go under for the recovery. This is what I was watching him do in his matchup against Phazon to earn that top 8 spot, is rather than go for kind of the obvious options of going for a ground pound, maybe a gravity cancel downlight ground pound, he'd go under and do an unarmed recovery.
Seeing that weapon juggling come out. littleCap wants to keep noeL weapon star for as long as possible. There is a spawn there. noeL's able to pick it up with help from his own side light. littleCap has a really solid lead. Oh my gosh!
Returning the favor, taking back control. It's just swinging back and forth, but Little Cap's got so much health on him right now.
And while I don't think noeL is going to have what it takes to come back in this game, he's so calm, he's so cool, he can be so confident at times that I don't think losing this game because of that is going to shake him whatsoever.
He is very, very historied in terms of playing in Brawlhalla tournaments. He's basically been to every Brawlhalla tournament.
That's what he said on the BCX Reddit. Mega thread on the Reddit. There was an option, a field where you can put, noeL Cap's going to fall stock. There. A field where you're supposed to put, what lands have you been to in the past? And his answer was just all of them.
noeL actually not taking too much damage to get that first stock off of Little Cap. There is that potential here for noeL, but it is definitely a very difficult task, especially against this hammer, which hits incredibly hard.
See noeL Cap trying to go those jump down airs. He knows that noeL's been very grounded so far. You see him jumping, but it's only one jump height up, occasionally a second jump height up, but still very, very low. And noeL Cap's trying to get above him so that he can scoop down, use that hammer down air to throw noeL above him so that he can juggle with those nairs, possibly some gravity cancel neutral signatures on that hammer, exactly like you said.
Okay, trading back and forth. All these trades work out in Little Cap's favor, though, because he has this extra shot. Oh, no! What? This is what we expect from Little Cap. Stomp into do nothing, into stomp into do nothing. Like, he just does goofy things, but it's good because you don't know what to do against it as an opponent.
His second stomp was a stomp into side light, too. Now, this is technically winnable for noeL.
There is that possibility, especially with these Katars. noeL could bust down a Katar Gimp, a little bit easier to do than, say, with a sword, but still a tall task.
Now, we saw those goofy stomps coming out from Little Cap at DreamHack Montreal, and I went back after and asked him, what the heck were you thinking? And he said, I honestly didn't think they were going to hit. So that's why he was waiting to do nothing, because he didn't want to commit to a jump side air that was going to put him in even more recovery frames for the punish. So he thought, okay, this probably isn't going to hit. I'm going to throw it out, and I'm not going to do anything afterward because I don't think it'll hit. There's the neutral light, almost killing noeL.
That's a lot of damage on top of noeL for that neutral light to send him flying so far. Weapon spawn on the right side. Neutral light from Little Cap sends him off screen. He's so close to the kill box. Recovery from underneath again. Little Cap, that is his kill option, is unarmed recovery from underneath when you go for the wall.
Shouts to noeL for bringing it down to last stock, though.
I know, right? Almost reverse 3-stocking it. We're at one apiece. Little Cap and noeL sticking with their characters.
No character swaps whatsoever from them. Small Brawlhaven, Great Hall, and Shipwreck are left on the field. It is Little Cap's pick. Because noeL lost, he gets the privilege of banning down to only 3 maps, and then Little Cap is the one who gets to pick from those choices.
And he's going to go to Small Brawlhaven, I believe, as the pick. Nope, I looked at the wrong screen. That's going to be Great Hall for the pick. Soft platforms abound. Able to recover to those soft platforms. Might work out in Little Cap's favor if noeL tries to recover high to those soft platforms. Then Little Cap can just go for more of those unarmed recoveries from underneath.
Now, something that we haven't seen from Little Cap yet today that we saw quite a bit yesterday was the side signature from Bodvar Hammer right over the edge. Like, he would do the stomp sidelight, sometimes a stomp sair, then he would chase dodge right over to the edge and throw that side signature for the maximum range on it. He was killing multiple people with that, and we haven't seen him really do that against noeL. Maybe he just isn't seeing the same positioning and the same opportunities that he was seeing yesterday, but that's something that we've come to know from his plays. That's been his offstage commitment sometimes. It's just that chase dodge or dash forward into that side hammer right over the edge.
Keep in mind, though, the last time these guys fought at Montreal, that was one of the biggest kills that Little Cap got. Is he just stood on stage, charged up a big side stick, and noeL just walked right on into it. So maybe that's something he's trying to keep just in case. Doesn't want to throw that out too much because he knows that noeL will be ready for it.
He's definitely finding more hammer connections here. Nice little juggle and the side air. This is looking like the Little Cap hammer that I'm used to. Neutral
light sends noeL off. And again, he goes for the unarmed option. Downlight recovery. That'll kill from the top. The sky kill box is so high, and Little Cap was able to build up the damage and go from a high point, that soft platform. Not quite the maximum height, but still pretty high up there.
There's an arcing weapon toss.
Oh, side stick connects.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about, coming out from noeL. Seeing him sit on the edge. He knows that he has a little bit of respite over there, a little bit of resting time, because noeL is not going to go in immediately with these huge offstage engagements.
Good movement from noeL. Maybe not expecting that downlight to hit, so he ended up just disengaging. It is going to be a little bit of damage. I think it's 7 damage on that stomp.
noeL's starting to look like he's in huge trouble here. He is not finding any openings so far against noeL. noeL just finding everything he needs right now. He isn't able to pick up the weapon, but one likely will be spawning in soon. Oh, it's all the way on the left side of the stage, and noeL's just going to sit there.
Yep.
Oh, big commitment with that ground pound. He knew that noeL was going to go low and go back immediately to touch that wall, and he got the kill. noeL still at a pretty big deficit right now in the kill percent on his second stock. There's the weapon spawn coming in from noeL.
Yeah, players will use that unarmed down air for the horizontal movement. Doesn't really burn the utility of your jumps, recoveries, and dodge, so a lot of players will do it, but it has active frames, and noeL was able to punish the end lag, that active frames of that down air. Offstage opportunity for noeL, keeping noeL at bay, but noeL going high to the soft platform.
That'll kill.
Yep. Off the top again for noeL.
Solid damage, though, about 35 to 40 on this stock in the beginning to middle stages of orange. Okay, back-to-back nairs.
Can't keep it going. noeL does land. noeL returning some nairs. Can't get that second Sair follow-up. Just trading blows, but any damage put out onto this stock that doesn't kill is good for noeL.
Here's the neutral light coming out from noeL. You see a single chase dodge. He's trying to keep pressure up, move across the stage as fast as he can. Gravity cancel neutral light. Another neutral light. And the weapon toss to follow it up, gets the kill. Now we're basically even in this game right now.
And I'm loving these weapon tosses coming out from both of these guys. They're not going for the straight, I hit a neutral light, gonna throw and hope you jump into it. They're delaying it a little bit, moving forward, trying to get that speed boost off a dash, and then throwing it almost point blank at the opponent.
noeL yoinking that weapon spawn right out from under noeL, keeping him weapon starved. There's one, he's able to pick up that hammer. Now the damage is exactly even right now, but if I'm noeL, I'm worried about those big meaty hammer hits. A lot of force, a lot of damage per hit.
Oh, goes for the nair there. Would have expected a recovery to come out, but noeL just trying to add more damage out.
See more and more stomps coming out. Almost picks up the dare, gets dodged through by noeL. He has just enough invulnerability frames. Ooh, that's going to be a big punish.
Not going to be the kill, though. noeL picks up the sword. Side light for more damage. Good dodges from both. noeL, can he deny it? Again, goes for the recovery, sends noeL flying, but the high sky kill box works out in noeL's favor. Ooh, barely dodges through the weapon toss. Downlight Sair, noeL takes game 3. He's up 2-1 over noeL.
I don't know how much warm-up time noeL received this morning, but as this set is going on, he is coming alive. He is returning to the strong sword play and the really strong hammer play that we've come to know from him over the year.
That oven is preheating, and it's almost at the optimum temperature.
The little light on your oven that says, oh, I'm still going, is about to turn on.
It's almost there. On the other side, noeL, always cool. He's just chilling in a fridge. Opposite.
One's the oven, one's the fridge.
One's the oven, one's the fridge. Hot and cold. noeL, though, picking up the sword, gets that nice nair recovery. Doesn't want to try to deny this weapon. Instead, just trying to cover it, punish noeL for picking it up. But noeL does pick it up. It is going to be the hammer, and we've seen what noeL can do with this hammer. He just hits so incredibly hard, just puts a stop to everything noeL does.
noeL is throwing out so many hammer dares. I think he favors hammer dare more than like any other player that I've ever seen. After hammer dare kind of got
nerfed,
it's force nerf from a long time ago. People used to try and scoop up kills when they're 1-2 jump heights up, and that just kind of stopped being a viable option once that nerf happened. But noeL is still using this hammer dare. He's doing a lot of jump dares, almost looking like a gun player who is looking for those down airs on a grounded opponent.
Trying to cover those stacked options there, but noeL swapping over to the sword for more down airs. Punish opportunity. Not going to kill.
That's another big punish that noeL has gotten on a premature signature coming out from noeL. That ground pound was not early whatsoever. It was perfectly placed, getting that kill, and noeL's going up a little bit early.
Lil Cap trying to return to sender, can't get that recovery kill just yet. noeL still had a little bit more life inside of him, just completely denying weapons, wants to widen this gap. That double recovery will help him out. Oh, weapon toss. Oh, he doesn't get the Sair! Lil Cap desperately trying to find the hit to finish this stock off. Could it be the Sair? Could it be the recovery? The hammer recovery will do it, but he's starting to take a lot of damage here.
And unfortunately for noeL there, his downlight right over the edge dropped as that downlight in that position tends to do. In fact, I think Egg Soup did a video about that. Or at least he said something about that.
Yeah, the wall interactions can make it harder to combo for sure. But Lil Cap not struggling with getting these scoops, these down airs, putting noeL back up into the sky. Stomp side air, he's evening up this damage. Is he gonna go off with the down sig maybe? No, just waiting for noeL to come up.
Keeping noeL weapon starved. There's the stomp side air. He's not gonna drop that one. Nice little weapon toss up. Just completely denying that area of the wall. The unarmed kit from noeL, though, it doesn't matter that he doesn't have a weapon. On the edge, the unarmed kit can like actually be kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's all about stuffing the opponent's movement. When they go for a jump, just completely halting that upward movement because they don't get it back. And noeL very intelligently stopped Lil Cap from getting back up safely, but he is quite damaged. Still an opportunity for Lil Cap.
noeL actually floating quite a bit now. There's the D-Light recovery, still not enough to kill.
noeL with the Katars. We haven't seen those big Katar strings come out from noeL. Probably the most like 3-hit damage we got was that downlight double recovery.
He does have the sword in his hand now. Definitely his better weapon between the two. The weapon he's played for the longest time. A weapon that he helped Dobrain get much better at over the past kind of 2 weeks while Dobrain was staying with him in preparation for BCX.
noeL's been hardcore training these past few weeks. Trained with noeL, or trained with Dobrain, trained with Daiku. Trained with Baboot, but Lil Cap with the side air takes the stock. Lil Cap,
I want him to stick with the hammer.
Yeah, agreed. I think his hammer is looking a lot better.
His spacing with hammer has been so good because hammer has high range, especially when noeL has Katars. Lil Cap is going to definitely have the range advantage, and he's positioning far enough away from noeL that even if he misses, a lot of times he's able to get the dodge in time. But that is going to be that game, tying up the set. 2-2. Pressure is on for both of these players.
I think if we have a neutral game, it's going to go to noeL's, or sorry, it's going to go to Lil Cap. I think Lil Cap's got the stronger on-stage neutral, but if Lil Cap gets shoved off stage, he's been burning a lot of utility, and noeL's been taking advantage of that and stuffing out the stocks, and that's why noeL, if he can shove Lil Cap off stage, might have the advantage.
I think it all depends on what condition Lil Cap's hammer is this game and how often he's able to secure that hammer. Because he does some good stuff with sword too, but largely he's getting better strings with hammer. He has better damage output per move and just overall DPS, if you will, over time with that hammer. He has better kill potential with that hammer, and I think he needs to stick with that. The things that hammer has a little bit of a drawback is high recovery frames, which based on his spacing isn't that big of a problem. Even if he does get punished every now and then while he's still in recovery frames before he gets his dodge out, or if he doesn't have his dodge, it's a better damage trait in his favor because exactly like you said, noeL isn't getting those huge Katar strings, so it's one hit for one hit on a weapon that does like 18 damage per move compared to a weapon that does like 10 to 11 to 12 damage per move at best.
And there you see the Katars in hand for noeL. Lil Cap not able to pick up that hammer that we're expecting him to want to use. Trying to keep noeL off that corner. Again, shoves him off. Neutral light. But noeL should be able to get to the wall safely. Does get that touch. noeL just trying to deny any weapons. Wants to keep Lil Cap on this sword.
If I'm noeL, I think I want to stick with sword more here. His Katars just really aren't working that well. Again, we saw a pretty big opening string, but we saw that last game, and that was kind of the only one, that one with the double recovery in it. This one's starting similar. Now Lil Cap has that hammer, just barely getting over that stomp.
And again, Lil Cap was looking for that unarmed recovery. Uses the weapon toss, tries to force the opponent to go high so that he can go for that unarmed recovery. Both of them at kill percent. That's the spot dodge, that's the punish. Lil Cap with the slight lead. Really charging up the hammer, he's sticking with the sword.
His sword's definitely working. I don't want to say his only win condition is to get hammer, have a good hammer, and stay on hammer, because that's definitely not the case. His sword is doing work, definitely against noeL's Katars. I think sword v sword, noeL has a little bit of an edge, but sword v Katars, littleCap definitely has the edge there. And hammer-wise, I think littleCap has the edge overall.
More recoveries coming out from noeL, finishes off the stock. littleCap's going to be coming in, but noeL denies the weapon pickup. Again, noeL wants to keep littleCap unarmed, just denying any sort of weapon pickup. Oh, but he can't get the recovery. Ooh, just above the neutral signature.
Back-to-back dares, the second one does hit, trying to juggle up vertically with the neutral air as noeL's starting to fall. There's a stomp side air. This is the damage output I'm talking about. 3, 4, 5 hits without a single answer from noeL. Switching over to the sword, picking up that side air as well. Even though it's a very long-winded string, it's still like a 6 or 7 hit string. noeL just hit 2. Let's see if he can keep that going without taking any damage, or if his little string will be interrupted.
littleCap sticking with this sword though. Downlight decides to reset, still picks up an air, second air. This is good damage for littleCap. The scoop will kill from stage, and littleCap with a big lead. Is he sticking with the sword? Yes, he wants this sword. He wants us to have confidence in his ability to outsword noeL.
Now, I don't think, unless littleCap did those 2 neutral airs for that 36 damage total on sword, oh my gosh.
Oh no,
oh
noeL!
Oh my gosh.
He tried to go big, but he bet the farm and unfortunately lost.